Hi everybody, this is Tamara. I'm so excited that I just completed the first class. Actually, it was the introduction class for the workshop of Love Is Isn't. And today we just set the foundation in getting our hearts ready and prepared for what the Lord wants to do in your lives, in the lives of those that are taking this class. But really the emphasis today was on foundation and opening up our hearts to receive what the Lord has for us during this time of allowing ourselves to be transformed. And I went through it. I went through that valley. I went through the wilderness. And that's what this course is all about, is being open and being receptive to what the Lord has for us and allowing him to speak to us and being honest with ourselves and letting him tell us things about ourselves that we were not ready to hear or to deal with, such as what are the giants? What are those giants that are keeping you from moving forward? What are those giants that are keeping you from taking responsibility for the things that you have done in your life to get it to the where it is right now? What are those things that you have the people, the things, the situations that you have blamed, that you have put in the way? Procrastination, maybe it's drinking, maybe it's fear, maybe it's a whole list of things. Like for myself, there was a list of things that kept me from moving forward, the blocks that I put in my life. But I blamed other people. I blamed my dad. I blamed my ex-husband. I blamed maybe my kids. I blamed myself. Well, I didn't blame myself. Some things I did blame myself, but I blamed situations like not getting a specific job that I had hoped for, or something, anything, believe me. And these are the things that I share when I'm teaching this class, because in order for the Lord to change you and to become a girl changed, you have to allow him to touch those parts of you that you were keeping covered, that you were hiding, you thought you were hiding. And in the meantime, you were destroying your own life. You were destroying your family, your relationships, and other things. You had a huge part of it because of things that you were not ready to face. And year after year after year of doing the same thing, it doesn't get better. It gets worse. So this is what we're talking about in this class, is facing those things about yourself. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of women that they that are so sweet, and they are just so genteel. So they're just kind and all the time. I was not one of those women, and I know there's a lot of us out there. We want to be, but we're not. We want to be, but that's just not our makeup. But the Lord can change that. He can change that in us and becoming the woman that we are meant to be, that we were always meant to be. But we can't do that on our own. We don't know what the heck we're doing. We really don't. And he's the only one that can do it, because he will chip away at those things that we have done, chip away those things that have been done to us, chip away until he gets all those broken parts and pieces, the fragments and so forth that have been left along the road, and he takes all that and he turns it into something beautiful. Like this beautiful picture right up here that my son gave me for my birthday. But he takes something and he makes it beautiful. So nothing is wasted. But before he can do that, we have to face it. We have to face ourselves. We have to face the person that we were. We have to face the people that we hurt. We have to face up to the things that we have done along the way to get us to where we are, to that point in our lives that we're unhappy, we're miserable, we don't understand what's happened to our lives are out of control. But we need to get those pieces back together. And sometimes you do have to go out to the wilderness, like I did. The Lord took me out to the wilderness. He isolated me from everything and everybody to the point I had to lose everything. I mean everything. And sometimes it's that way for people. It was that way for me. But the point of doing this class is I want to help people to prevent them to having to go through the depths that I did. Some have already done so. And that's just the way that it is. And some of you have not. Some of you have not gone that far. And And I hope that you don't have to. And I hope that in this class that you allow yourself to be so open to the Holy Spirit that you don't have to go that far, that you can learn your lessons without having to lose everything, without having to go out and be isolated, go out into the wilderness. There are going to be some challenges and trials along the way. That's just part of life, but you don't have to have it be that bad. Don't try to hide. Don't try to run from the Lord, because you can't. You can't do this on your own, and you can't run from him, because if he's got a plan for you, he's going to come after you, because that's who God is. He loves you that much. He's going to come after you. He doesn't want you to stay stuck in where you've been all these years. That's not his plan for you. That's not his best will for your life. That is not it. He comes after you because he wants to give you a better life, and it's not too late. It's never too late. So don't think that it's too late for you. It's not too late. He's got you. He loves you. He'll come after you, and he's trying to speak to you. If you're listening to this and you're taking this class, you're right where he wants you to be. He wants to talk to you. He wants to reach you. He wants you to run to him and to lay out all your problems, and he wants you to be so honest with him that he can help you. But first you have to make that first step. And that's what this is. That's what this whole class is about. So if you haven't taken this class yet, or you don't have to sign up. You just go to it because it's free. But if you haven't linked on, go ahead. I mean, it's not too late. It's never going to be too late, because it's free. And so I've already started putting these classes on there, but you can go to it any time. So, but I encourage you, just go to TamaraBernadette.com, and it's right there. It's right there. It's workshop. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope if not for you, maybe you might want to recommend it to somebody who's going through a thing, who's going through a hard time right now, who's lost, who feels lost, who wants to hear from the Lord, who can't understand what's going on in their life. They're like, Lord, what the heck is going on with me? What's going on with my life? Why are my kids treating me this way? Why is my husband like this? Why this and why that? And my job and this, and what's going on? I don't understand. What's wrong? Is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong? What's wrong with my life? What are you doing? Where are you? Well, if you know somebody like that, if it's you, then please just go to my site and let's get started, okay? Because I really don't want anybody to go through what I went through. And I believe that is why he wants me to do this class, is to help all of you, because I went through it, and it was long, it was difficult, it was challenging, it was isolating, it was sad, it was all these different things. But I'm a different person. I'm a much better person, and it's for you. It's so that I can share it with you. And so, yeah, so there it is. So anyway, thank you. Go to my site, TamaraBernadette.com. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.